Okay, so here's an example of 3D particle equilibrium. I have my picture over here, and my tension in cable AB is 700 newtons. And what I want to find is the tension in AC, the tension in AD, and this vertical force F. Okay, so as with all equilibrium problems, we start with the free body diagram. Okay, which is a pretty simple diagram. I have F acting straight up. I have 700 newtons acting from A to B, and then I have an unknown force A to C and an unknown force A to D. Okay, so there's my free body diagram. I need to write each of these forces in Cartesian form. So we'll start with the AB force. Okay, this is the 700 Newton force. So I'm going to take that 700 newtons times the position vector from A to B divided by the magnitude of that position vector. So, moving in the x direction, I move 2 meters, 3 meters in the y direction, and then -6 meters down in the z direction. And that's where that comes from, giving me the force vector given here, 200, 300, -600. Okay, so that's my known force. Now I have to write AC and AD, and these are unknown. So instead of 700, I use an unknown force AC times position vector over its magnitude. So going from A to C, I go in the -1.5 in the x direction. I go 2 in the j direction, and I also go -6 down. So -1.5 to -6 gives me this force vector. Okay, and again, FAC is unknown, so I just have these constants times FAC. Do the same thing with AD. Going from A to D, I go -3 in the x, -6 in the y direction, and -6 in the k direction. Okay, which is going to essentially give me a -1/3, -2/3, -2/3 unit vector. Okay, multiply that by FAD, I get this force vector. Okay, and then very simply, I also have F in the k direction, and I need to figure out that F as well. So these are all 4 of my forces written in their Cartesian form. Again, I have 3 unknowns here, FAC, FAD, and that vertical force F that I have to concern myself with. Okay, so now that I have my free body diagram, I have my forces written in Cartesian form, I simply sum the forces in the x, y, and z, set them equal to 0. So my x looks like this. So again, it's 200 minus 0.23 FAC minus 0.33 FAD. Nothing here. That has to equal 0. Y will be 300 plus 0.31 FAC minus 0.67 FAD. Nothing here. So that all equals 0. Z component, I get -600 minus 0.92 FAC minus 0.67 FAD plus F equals 0. So again, this is the sum of the forces in the x, sum of the forces in the y, sum of the forces in the z direction. They all equal 0. So right here I have 3 equations, 3 unknowns, okay, which I can solve algebraically through the magic of substitution and all sorts of stuff. Okay, and I can get these 3 answers. So FAC equals 130, FAD equals 510, and the vertical force F is 1060 newtons. And again, I get these just by solving 3 equations, 3 unknowns using algebra.